Hello everybody, welcome back to Here Impact. I'm Cassandra Hilos, your host. And today we're going to talk about a woman in science called Katherine Johnson. Now, Katherine Johnson is quite famous because she was portrayed some years ago in the popular film Hidden Figures. And of course, her science is maths. So her story started in 1918 in West Virginia, where she was born. And she went to school there. She was very smart, so she skipped classes. She went to high grades because she had high intelligence and she really, really loves maths. She loved numbers. She was numbering everything, from the step to her church to everything around her were numbers, and that was her passion in science. So she went to West Virginia State College, where she graduated with honors in 1937. And then she went to teaching. But a few years later, she stopped teaching because she wanted to make a family. So she got married and she made three lovely daughters. And then she started thinking to go back in teaching. But she heard about this new opportunity in NASA, where they were hiring all black division there, where they were making computing, because that's what back then we're doing, all in hands. So she applied there and she got in. She was hired in 1953. So from there she started working for NASA, and for the next 33 years, where she retired in 1986. She is most known about 1962 because of the mission of John Glenn, when she go around Earth, and she did all the calculations. And actually Glenn, he wanted Katherine to check everything, although the newly computer made all numbering. He wanted Katherine to do it by hand, to check everything, and because he trusted so much, because she was so clever woman. So, and that story, we will see it in the Hidden Fingers. That scene, it was so true. It's part of her story, that the astronaut wanted to check Katherine everything, and that he was only have faith in her. She believed in her. Other work she did, it was in 1957, actually, that started because the Soviet, they launched first in history the satellite. So that's why the Americans wanted it so much to go to, to leave Earth to the same. And that's why her story started there, because the Americans, they were so eager. So she worked in computing, in maths mostly. She did all the mathematical equations there. And she was actually the first woman that got credit as an author of one of the research in the Flight Research Division of NASA. So that was a big honor, and well, she deserved it, of course. So she died in February 2020, so just 5 months ago. And she was 101, and NASA, because they want to honor her because of her passion and her contribution to NASA and all the work she did, they're gonna name one of their building by her name. So that's a big honor, and we are so happy that they honor her in this way. They credit her even now the so important work she did. So if you want to see the movie, you will learn a little bit more about her story. But it's just an example of women science, and I think Katherine just did the impossible, and about how women in science, they have to trust themselves and just don't give up, and try their best to do it, because Katherine didn't see any obstacles. She didn't see what everybody else were seeing, which it was they were seeing her as the only woman and the only black woman, actually, that they feel that she didn't belong there. But she believed in herself and she did it. Thank you for being with me with another episode of Her Impact. Make sense your superpower, and I'll see you next time with another episode.